All right. So, greetings, fam. It is a beautiful morning. And usually I don't speak to the contrary of what people are experiencing, especially if it is outside of my particular or professional purview. I, there are some things that I really, really, really don't like hearing. And one of those things is when people talk about their ADHD, and we toss this word around so easily as if it's not a significant and serious diagnosis that people are dealing with. And so, if I'm going to get on my soapbox immediately this morning, let me ask you not to just use that term so willingly. That also goes for the term toxic. Listen, we call anything that makes us uncomfortable or that makes us feel like we are not at the top of the pile as toxic, and we've got to back away from that because it's become a buzzword that has lost so much value. And the third thing that really really kind of makes my ears itch when I hear it is when people talk about burnout. I'm going to share just three things that are not burnout, because I do what I do and what I know and the way that I help people is understanding what is burnout and what's not burnout, and when we are experiencing, what do we do about it. So I'm Dr. Damon, your Chief Wellness Warrior, and I provide holistic training to help you elevate your inner peace and your profits. That basically means, in layman's terms, that I help people beat their burnout in 90 days. So, yes, I'm a physical therapist for the past 14 years. I've been practicing as a doctor of physical therapy and a health and wellness coach and a consultant. And here's the thing, when we understand what burnout is, then we can address it appropriately. Here are the three things that I can tell you without a doubt by facts that burnout is not. One, burnout is not boredom. Burnout is not the experience of being bored with your job because it is not mentally challenging to you. It may not be physically challenging to you, and ultimately you feel like your energy is just, it could be used somewhere else, and you're bored with the tasks or the actions of your job. That is not burnout. You can still have a very challenging career and job that for you is boring. So let's knock that one off the list. Two, boredom is not having a high stress job. You can have a career that demands a lot from you mentally, physically, even emotionally. And because it's a high stress job, you find certain value in it. That does not mean that just because you have a stressful gig, that it means that you're experiencing burnout. There are plenty of people who have high stress jobs and careers and positions that burnout is nowhere near their experience, even though their stress level is high. So we can't equate having high stress to, okay, I have burnout right now. And the third one is depression. Now, I talked about three things that really grind my gears when it comes to us tossing these terms and these words around. Depression is a fourth. Depression, the presence of depression does not automatically give you burnout. Actually, what we know about burnout, what we understand about the realities of burnout is that the presence of burnout first can actually make you at a higher risk for developing depression, anxiety, um, more high stress situations, not just in your career but in your life. We talk about the experience of burnout and how it can often be the first unfortunate stepping stone towards more serious issues, which is why this is such an important conversation to me. So listen to me. I want you to understand that burnout is not about being bored. It's not about having a high stress job or position that you enjoy. It's not about depression or any mental illness. Those are separate things. And so when we break it down like that and we start from that space, then we can really take strides and actions and put a plan into place to actually help you reduce and avoid burnout. Because we see burnout in three very distinct signs and symptoms. And I get into this so that people can understand it, so that we know what we're up against. Because if we are recognizing that you're dealing with depression or anxiety, but we're treating it like burnout, guess who's going to fail? All of us. So, with that, I hope that this starts to get your wheels turning and your mind thinking about the realities of your experience. And I welcome you to join us in a much deeper conversation so that we can really talk about the five stages of burnout. Let's talk about the four ways that you can beat burnout today. And let's talk about the three telltale signs of burnout. I've created a course that is just a 2 hour webinar that's available on demand to anybody so that you can understand what burnout is, and more importantly, figure out what you need to do, who you need to connect with, and how you can actually overcome it to really live the life that you want to live. Visit my website, wpw2020.com, and I want you to register for this course so that we can start this journey of beating your burnout together. The course is 50% off right now, which means for $15, you can take that first step into actually understanding burnout, gaining some skills and tools on the spot so that you can beat it and really move into living the life that you want to live. I'm excited to share. This is yet another way that we're going to improve our experiences, our communities, and really thrive together in the life that you deserve. So, I'm Dr. Damon. I hope that you have an amazing day. It's not burnout, or is it? That's the real question. Let's answer it together. Check on us, wpw2020.com. Be well.